Hey everyone, this is my review for The House of the Devil. But before I get to that, I want to say I am going to review a few more horror movies. It's not really going to be for Gore's Horror Movie Month. It's maybe an addition to it. It's a post-Halloween movie marathon review thingy. I don't fucking know. Anyway, yeah, there's a couple other horror movies I didn't get a chance to review. I'll tell you one of them. One is Dead Set. If you ever heard of that, it's a TV show, but they just made it into a movie, kind of. They put a whole bunch of episodes together to make a movie. I'm going to be reviewing that. I also will be reviewing The Boogeyman 3. 2. Not 3, the 2. You'll probably remember Boogeyman 1, which is probably one of the worst PG-13 horror movies ever fucking made. But yeah, I'll be reviewing the second one. So there you go. Those are two other movies I'm going to be reviewing. Anything else I see, you're probably going, I should wait until next year to review those. Well, first of all, it'll be too late, and a couple of those just came out. And also, next year I want to do older movies, like Hellraiser and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that'll be all, next year will be like Halloween, Hellraiser, Friday the 13th. This year was more like modern stuff. Last year was like mixed. This year was modern stuff that just came out. Anyway, this movie, House of the Devil, let's go on with it, because I've already went on about a minute about pretty much nothing. So let's go on to the story of the House of the Okay, now the House of the Devil is pretty simple. This girl named Samantha, well, she's pretty much like, la 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 la, I need money, so she pretty much looks around her dorm, dorm area because she's in college. Not in her dorm, just around, bulletins, to see if she could find any jobs or anything. So she finds this job for babysitting, at this house. I don't know what the address is, obviously, at this house, and she gets stood up once by the guy, and then she finally gets this job, and that's pretty much the story. She has to go watch. It wasn't actually a baby she has to watch. She actually has to watch a grown woman, a older woman though. So yeah, that's why. So yeah. Also, the side story in this, which becomes the main story later on, is there's a full moon eclipse that's coming, and then you'll see how that collides with other things. So yeah, it's a 80s kind of style of horror story, because it has obviously demons and shit in it, and it has a bunch of suspenseful moments, some cheesy ass moments. Like there's a scene when she's just walking around the house with this 80s style or 70s style rock music go on, and she's just like, woo, look at me, I'm from the 80s, because this movie is set in the 80s, but it's supposed to be like an 80s style movie. This movie did come out this year, and it does definitely feel like an 80s style movie. It definitely looks like it. And I have to say, I actually enjoyed the story because of that point, even though the story has a couple of intriguing things, like the full moon shit. I never really saw a full moon like that. I mean, used like that, besides like a werewolf movie, like, oh, it's a full moon, like transforming and stuff. And this is kind of different. I don't want to ruin it. But it has a decent ending also. So yeah, the story I like. Let's go on to the acting of this movie, which is actually also good. So let me just go on to that, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Okay, now the acting. I thought the acting was actually really good. Besides, I would say maybe the main lead, because she couldn't really hold the movie all together, because she was the one who was in it most of the time. But she did decent, I would say. She did decent. But it is also a 80s style horror movie, even though 80s style horror movies usually have a whole bunch of teens smoking pot, having sex, and then getting killed and shit. But, she wasn't. She was sitting there with her big ass fucking Walkman and dancing to stuff and fucking looking like a dumb bitch. So yeah, she's definitely 80s style horror. I mean, girl. But she played by, what's her name? Jocelyn Dunaha, who, she does good, okay? I'll just say that. Tom Noonan, I don't know, I never saw him before. But he plays the guy that actually calls her. I mean, the guy that she calls him for the job, and whatever. He's the main guy that wants her to do this job, and he seems like the nice old guy. He's like, oh please, he has a gentle voice, like, oh, can you do this for me? Thank you. Yeah, I like that. No, he doesn't say that. Yeah, but I mean, he's like the nice guy, but obviously no one's nice in a horror movie somehow. All the nice guys turn bad. So yeah, he does. I'll just say that. Also this girl, he also has a wife played by, Mary Woronov, I think. she does decent. She's barely in it. Uh, also they have a son named AJ Bowen. All right, their names in the movie is Mr. Ullman, Mrs. Ullman, and Victor Ullman. The son's name is Victor Ullman. He does okay. Dee Wallace, I think Howard. No, just Dee Wallace. Okay, Dee Wallace is in this movie, and she's in a lot of fucking movies. Okay, she's like one of those actresses that's in a whole bunch of fucking movies. You probably remember her as I think Mary in E.T. Her name was Mary in E.T. Right? Let me go check that. Yeah, you probably remember in E.T. though. Yeah, Mary. That's what I thought. Yeah, you probably remember in Mary and E.T. But I remember in The Howling, a horror, vampire. I mean, not vampire. Oh my god, werewolf movie. And yeah, she was the main star in that, and I remember her from that because I love that movie. Yeah, so she's very short role actually, very short role. She only played like a landlady, and this girl, her name's Megan in the movie, Greta Gerwig. She's barely in the movie. Also, she plays Samantha's friend in this movie. I don't want to tell you what happens to her, but it's cool. It's awesome actually. It's very gory. Yeah, I probably ruined that death scene, but whatever. Let's go on to violence because I'm really running out of time with this. I'll say acting's good. I know I'm going on with this shit, but yeah, let's just go on to violence and that'll be it. Okay, so overall the violence was actually pretty. It wasn't a lot. Okay, it wasn't like an '80s movie where there was blood everywhere, but it had its fair amount of blood. And I'll just go over the violence and say it's okay. So let me go on entertainment. I'll have to say for an '80s movie, it's a great movie. I'll definitely be honest. It's a fun horror. It's a fun horror movie, and it has a few scares. Okay, a few times where I was like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" There's a bunch of jump scares and stuff, and faces and demons and shit. But I have to get over this. I have to finish this review now because I have to do something. So I'll say 8.3 out of 10. Pretty good movie. Go check it out when it comes to DVD or something. I don't know if it is. I don't know. Whatever. Bye.